Hello guys, what's up? My name is Antonio Bourgeois and I would like to teach you this little card trick that I came up with. It's a 2-card transposition and let's actually watch the performance before I explain how it works. So here's the performance. Whoosh. I imagine that whoosh will be like a special effect transition into the performance. So yeah, this is the performance. Good, now that you've seen how the effect looks, let me explain it to you. I came up with this effect when I was on a plane, just bored, sitting down on a plane, had nothing to do. And I was thinking, how can I accomplish a 2-card transpo with only 2 cards, right? With no extra cards. Now, this is not impromptu. It's not like you can grab any 2 cards and do it, but still, it really uses only 2 cards. There's no extras, so I think it's kind of cute. Here's how it works. So you'll need a box, any box, it doesn't really matter, and 2 cards. Now, these 2 cards these 2 cards are symbiotic double facers. What I mean is they're double facers that are completing. So 2 nines of hearts and 2 queens of spades. Now, if you buy any double facer deck at your favorite magic dealer, it will come with 2 double facers that complete each other. 9 of hearts and queen of spades is one of the ones that comes in there. I think 3 of spades and 2 of hearts is another one, but you can use whatever you like. I like this because queen and 9 have a bigger contrast. You also need a box. So let's go into the handling. So to begin the effect, you take any one of your double facers and you place it in the box with the flap facing towards them. In that way, when I open the box later in the effect, it will show the other side of the double facer. Okay? So I begin by displaying these. I can do a little subtlety where I show the 9 and then I set it down, but you didn't actually see the back of it, but you feel like you did. So I go like this. That's just by holding on the bottom corner and then letting it flip, but you don't let them see the back of the card. So like that, you're only showing the face. It's kind of a tabled dropping paddle move of some sorts. I like to show both cards and then place this here and then place this inside of the box. That's how I usually start the routine. Again, with the big flap facing towards them. Okay, I place it in the box, I close the box, very clean. Now I take this card and all I gotta do is flip it over. Now what I do in the performance is a T.G. Murphy deck flip, but of a single card, which means it's much easier. If you don't know the T.G. Murphy deck flip, YouTube has a bunch of tutorials on it, so you can probably learn it better than here, but I'll explain it briefly. You're gonna hold the deck, in this case the card, in mechanic strip. It's actually, I'll show you with the deck, but later you're gonna do it with a single card. So you hold the deck in mechanic strip, you curl your index finger underneath the box, and your thumb goes on top of the box. And what's gonna happen is the index finger is gonna extend as these fingers let go, and the deck's gonna flip this way. Okay, it's a little hard to do it slow. Well, it's actually impossible to do it slow, but it looks like that. That's a half flip and that's a full flip. So for this routine, you're not gonna need a full 360 flip, just a 180 flip is gonna be enough. And this is basically how it works. Again, search on YouTube T.G. Murphy deck flip and you can find a bunch of tutorials. But so you're gonna do that with a single card. It's not as, I think it's actually easier with the whole deck than it is with a single card. But yeah, basically that's how it goes. If you're having trouble, another thing you could try is to drop your hand like this. So you see that the card kind of hovers in the air for a second, and then you leave your thumb there so that the card will flip, okay? Like that. So my hand drops, so the card hovers in the air for a second, and then my thumb stays on top, so it acts as the mechanism to, like, when the card hovers, it flips against my thumb. So that's another way to flip the single card. I think it's harder to time that with the box wave, but you can do it if you want to. So once you have these two, this action or this action down, you just bring the box over and you wave to cover the little discrepancy of the card turning over, or any micro movements that you don't want them to see, and then it looks like it changes. That was this move. I'll show you with the deck flip. Sorry. The deck flip is so much harder. There we go. The deck flip is what I did in the performance though, but Anyways, you do the change, you set this down, you open the box, and you take the other card, and there we go. It's a very simple effect. In essence, it's just one move, which is this flipping of the single card. But I think the transposition you accomplish is very hard to deconstruct for a layman, because it's almost impossible for them to imagine that this is a thing, like symbiotic double facers. And plus, I think it's interesting that it's a 2-card transposition that really only uses 2 cards. Yes, both cards are gaffed, but you're not using extra cards. So you're not handling doubles. You don't have the rest of the deck and you're doing double lift top changes. No, it's just introduce these 2, do the transpo, and then move on, you know? I think this is fun, especially for Instagram, like reels and stories and stuff like that, because it's a very short and direct effect, very visual. So for social media, it's perfect. But if you want to perform it live, you can as well. You just maybe have to switch these 2 cards out later, which I'll leave it up to you. But yeah, that's the transposition. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Antonio Bourgeois. If you want to see more of my stuff, you can follow me on Instagram at Antonio_Bourgeois. And yeah, there we go, guys. I hope you enjoy this one, and I'll see you next time.
Whoa, look at this. Well, so much good magic in there. You need to check this out. You're not going to regret it. I pinky promise you. Oh, whoa. Look at this. This shining diamond over here. What is this? Beautiful. You probably should click that if you haven't subscribed yet. But then you should definitely check out this, because this is good. Treat yourself.